Universal's Islands of Adventure. If you've never been here, or if you want to be more familiar with the park, good news! We're going to give you a guided tour today. Hey, what's going on everybody? Rick and Nikki here.
Hello.
And today, we're going to give you the lay of the land. Show you around the joint. Pharaoh's Lighthouse will guide us the way to the front gates. Before you get to the front gates, there are the ticket sales kiosks. You can buy day tickets or annual passes, and also, I should point out, the height board. Always a good idea to have your kids check their height before they enter the park. After you enter the front gates, you are in the port of entry. Something I want to show you over here to the right that may come in handy is the guest services offices. They can handle any type of problems you're having, any type of issues, or if you just want like a celebration button, like a birthday button or anniversary button, you can get it right here at guest services. Also a first aid over here. Now on the left hand side of the port of entry, first thing you're going to come upon is the trading company. That's the main store here at Islands of Adventure. Everything you could want would be in there, whether it be Harry Potter related, Minions related, superhero related, all right there at the trading company. But further over here on the left, you have stroller rentals, wheelchair rentals, and EVC rentals. And then a little further that way, some restrooms in the port of entry. And here's a very photograph spot right under the bridge that says where the adventure begins. And to the right of that, the photo shop. If you get the My Universal Photo Pass, or you buy on-ride pictures and stuff like that, they'll have frames in there you can buy. You can get your stuff printed there. Anything having to do with photos, they can handle it. Some treats over there in the Island Market and Export store. And right here, a year-round long Christmas store. Anytime you visit Universal or Islands of Adventure, you want to get yourself a little Christmas ornament to remember your trip by. Continuing through the port of entry, other places to get some snacks, buy some merchandise. Up here on the left, you can get a caricature done of you and your family. To the right is the Croissant Moon Bakery, a place where you can get a little breakfast, or during lunch, they have like deli sandwiches. We're gonna move straight ahead towards the waterfront. Would like to point out another breakfast place you might be familiar with, Starbucks. And then on your right, this will be a lunch and dinner spot, Confisco. It's a full service sit-down restaurant. Very, very good dishes in here and very underrated. There's another place in here, Islands of Adventure, people like a little more, but for my money, you can't go wrong with Confisco. Now when you get to the end of the port of entry, straight ahead, that is the only smoking area in the park now. And you're gonna have to make a decision. Go left and go to Marvel Superhero Island, or most people go right. You're gonna hit Seuss Landing first, but the reason why most people go right, this is the quickest way to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Everyone loves the book, but here at Islands of Adventure, you can find out for real. Do you really like green eggs and ham? A good spot for breakfast, brunch, or just a snack. A lot of the dishes are kind of tater tot based, and of course you're gonna have green eggs in there, so it makes a really good spot for breakfast. But we're gonna move on now and continue showing you around Seuss Landing as we just step into it. To our left, If I Ran the Zoo, a little play area for the kids to run around and run off some of that energy. To our left is going to be the Carousel. Entry's on the other side though, I'll show you that in a moment. Over here to our right, Cats, Hats, and Things, the gift shop for the Cat in the Hat ride. And each of Universal's rides, they will have a height board before you enter the queue. But remember, you've already checked the kids' heights before you came in at that height board. It's always a good idea when you do that though, when you have your kids standing there checking their heights, take a picture. That way you have it with you as you go throughout the day. Also to the right here, kind of a water ride. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. You can get a little wet on that. Straight ahead we have the Circus McGurkus Cafe. I like some of the dishes in here. I can recommend the fried chicken and cornbread. That makes for a good lunch. Also the pizza. The pizza's not too bad either. Truffle of trees to our left. Also the entrance to the carousel right over here. Right through there. That's how you get in line for that. We'll do some little shows, some little performances and meet and greets right here to our right. On a summer day, it's good to stop off at the Hop and Pop ice cream shop. They have ice cream on a stick, or actually a sundae on a stick. The most popular ride here in Seuss Landing, the High in the Sky Trolley. During the summertime when the kids are out of school, this will have the longest wait time in Seuss Landing. Shops to buy your Seuss merchandise, Grinch stuff, one thing, two thing, thing one or thing two I should say. Little treat shop right there. Snookers and Snookers, sweet candy cookers. I just spoke of thing one and thing two. There's some hoodies. It's a little cooler day in Orlando right now, so they've moved the hoodies out front. Are you a thing one or a thing two? Honk Honkers is never open anymore. And Moose Juice, Goose Juice. I love to get the big chocolate cookie there. I'm gonna walk this way and show you another restroom. One of my favorite restrooms, in fact. Right over here around the corner, we have a restroom for Seuss Landing. You'll know when you hear Q. Q is for Quan.
Q is for Quan.
Gotten a little thirsty on our tour. Good thing there's a Coke Freestyle station right here by the restrooms. Now, one of our favorite tips, a fan favorite tip, is to purchase collapsible cups before you get here. Nikki has the example.
Exactly.
They fold up real flat like that, but you can pop them open.
And they come with a great lid. So if you come with a party, you can, put people's names on it,
yep.
Color coded. We have them on Amazon. We'll put the link in the description. But yeah, it just pops right open.
Yeah, and the reason I mention this is because the Coke Freestyle stations, they have free water. All you gotta do is go over there and press the water button, get yourself free water all day long, which comes in handy because I think the cheapest water here is like $3.50, like bottled water.
Exactly.
And the most expensive one is $5 for water.
Yeah, now when you come to the theme parks, you want to kind of travel as light as possible. You don't want to have a ton of stuff. So this is actually the perfect size, and it can fit in your back pocket.
It can. All right, well, let's go get some. These machines are part of Universal's refillable cup program. You buy a refillable cup, and then like every 10 minutes you can get some soda or whatever, but we like to use it for this free water. It's just that easy. Delicious and refreshing. You need to stay hydrated here in Central Florida.
Okay, so another trick is to slide the lid through so then it stays on there. So then it's always
nice.
attached. Yep, exactly. So essentially what you're gonna do.
There we go. Beautiful.
Easy peasy.
There are links to these cups in the description box if you're interested. And after that demonstration, you should be interested. Now, back to the tour. We are leaving Seuss Landing, heading into the Lost Continent. Not a lot going on in here. There's a very nice restaurant. There is one attraction, and some shopping. We'll show it all to you. But first up, what do we call this? Well, on this channel we call this thing here a griffin fish. I don't know the exact term, but that's what it is here. A griffin fish. One of my little secrets, if you ever want like some quiet time or some time away from the crowd, what you want to do is turn left this way. This will take you behind the restaurant Mythos. You can chill out here and kind of enjoy the Velocicoaster. Let's go take a closer look. Just go back this way down these steps. They even have some benches back here where you can sit down, enjoy a break. This used to be a smoking area. It is no longer a smoking area, but they have the benches and it's a nice place to relax. Watch out for the trolls on this bridge. We're actually behind Mythos right now. I'll show you the front side here in a bit, but I want to show off my little quiet area first. They actually have some tables and chairs this way as well. If you bring your own lunch, you can use these tables. And like I said, you get a nice view of the Velocicoaster and the water. Even the Hulk and Dr. Doom over there. I'll show you those later on in the day. But yeah, these are not just for like the restaurant. People just come back here and hang out and eat their own lunch or just sit and relax for a bit and watch the Velocicoaster go over this amazing top hat right here. And that Mosasaurus roll is super fun. Oh, there it goes. I love that ride. It comes over here. A 0G stall. Different type of roller coaster maneuvers, like an S wave or S curve. And then this Heartline roll, which we call the Mosasaurus roll. Reach down there and try to touch the water. You can't do it, but it's fun to try.
So if you bring your lunch, this is a great quiet place to just sit and hang out and relax, rest your feet, and have some quiet time with your family. And also an awesome view of Hogwarts Castle is right here.
Yeah, we can see some of that. There's the castle right there. And here comes the roller coaster again. A 0G stall right there. If you get tired of looking at the Velocicoaster, we have the Hulk and Dr. Doom. And just like a lovely water view. So anyway, this is one of Rick's little tricks to get out of the crowd and enjoy some quiet time or alone time in the park. Now, I didn't hear the troll the first time we came this way, but we might hear him this time. And sometimes there's fish that like to hang out here and look at you. But remember, no smoking here, as I showed you earlier in the video. Only one smoking area in the park, and that's right at the end of the port of entry. And now back onto the regular path, our lap around Islands of Adventure, giving you the lay of the land. Look at that. Look at that trident. That's an attraction over there. Let's work our way over. This, my friends, the only attraction currently operating in the Lost Continent, Poseidon's Fury. It's like a show. It's more of a show. It's not really a ride. And I would not put this high on my priority list. If you're visiting for the first time, you really should try to do everything, but you should prioritize. And for me, this would be low on the priority list. Just across the way from that low priority is a high priority. This is Mythos Restaurant right here. This is a very popular place to eat here at Islands of Adventure. You can see it's been awarded by Theme Park Insider as the world's best theme park restaurant. If you're visiting during the busy season, it is best to try to get reservations. Walk-ups are hardly taken during the busy season. Also, there's no bar in here, so you just can't walk up and have a seat at the bar. But regardless, a very, very fine restaurant. everyone seems to love. I like it too. It is very high-end, but for my money, Confisco, easier to get into, shorter waits, and almost just as good there at Confisco. But if you're visiting Islands of Adventure, I think I would call Mythos a must-do. Several dishes in there that I've had that I've really enjoyed. So now that we've seen the only attraction, you're down to just shopping. Shops here, Fire Eater Grills there, a place to eat. They've got like chicken stingers and even hot dogs and kind of some, maybe like some Greek type food. Now over here in this corner, there will be a performance by King Julian of Madagascar. Just not happening right now, but throughout the day he'll come out and do a little dance routine with some of his handlers. Alright, onward through the Lost Continent. Show you some more food and shopping. Over here to the right is delicious kebabs. And I gotta point out the restrooms. Right that way is the restroom. And sometimes this is used as an extended queue for Hagrid's, because Hogsmeade, the Wizarding World, is right in front of us. We can see, oh, here's the little sign that says how to get in line for Hagrid's. Gotta go this way through the Lost Continent. And the store you're looking at right now is kind of a tribute store. They changed the theming throughout the year. It's called the All Hallows Eve Boutique, but during Christmas time it will have Christmas merchandise. During Mardi Gras, which is happening right now, it will have Mardi Gras merchandise. Halloween merchandise, you get it. Oh, the talking fountain, the mystical fountain. People love this. This guy, he'll talk to you, he'll crack jokes, he'll shoot water at you like he's doing to me right now. He'll crack wise, maybe a dad joke or two. Yeah, don't forget to visit the Mystic Fountain here. He's going a little crazy with the water show right now. All right, super fun. So now we're gonna, oh, they actually have like, you can get the henna tattoos over here, and they do palm reading, stuff like that. So yeah, you can come to Universal, get a little henna tattoo, and get your palm read. But that's pretty much it for the Lost Continent. We're about to enter the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Okay, now we can start our tour of the Wizarding World. To our right is Hogsmeade Station. That's Hogwarts Express. Will take you over to Studios. You must have a park-to-park ticket. If your ticket is only good for Islands of Adventure, you can't take Hogwarts Express. But this is what you really want to see. Hogsmeade. The line for Hagrid's is pretty long. That's the line right there by a great photo op whenever the line is not in the way, right there by Hogwarts Express. All the things you know and love from the Wizarding World. Honeydukes, butterbeer, and specific, we're here in Orlando, Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. The most popular ride in Islands of Adventure. Currently, as we look at it right now, a 110-minute wait. There is a butterbeer cart. Serves frozen and regular butterbeer, no hot butterbeer there. To get hot butterbeer in Hogsmeade, you need to go to the Three Broomsticks over there, the main eating establishment, or you can get hot butterbeer and other beverages and spirits in Hogshead right there. So Three Broomsticks is right here. They do have a breakfast, and you get lunch and dinner here as well. Pretty good stuff. I do recommend the fish and chips. And then also the chicken platter or the ribs platter, all very good. The Honeydukes homemade sweets. A place to get your sweets, your wizarding sweets. There's the Owl's Post. Lots of magical wand spots. So if you're visiting Hogsmeade or the Wizarding World in general, it's always a good idea to purchase a wand. You can buy your wands here at Ollivander's. You can also get them online. But it's always kind of fun to buy them in the park. The interactive wands, so you can do the little magical wand spots they have throughout the park here. Oh, there's more restrooms. The public convenience. Watch out for Moaning Myrtle. She's in there. Here's another little attraction. It's the Ollivander's Wand Show. It's where the wand picks the wizard. One lucky viewer will be chosen by a wand. You still have to buy the wand. They're not going to give you the wand. But the one will choose you to buy it. Let's walk back here. I'll show you some of Hagrid's in action. We'll kind of walk up the exit here. Oh, you can also buy wands at this little cart. This is how you can go, just kind of wait for your party or just view the ride in action. This little viewing area here. Oh, here comes one. Or two, actually. Now this is the most popular ride, so I have some advice on it. Let me tell you this. Like I said, Hagrid's is the most popular ride in the park. Wait times of up to 110 minutes, 120, 180.
For sure.
The best advice I can give is Islands does have early park admission.
Yes.
That's for people who are annual pass holders or staying on property at one of Universal's 8 hotels. You get into the park like an hour early before everyone else.
Right. Hogsmeade is open for early park admission, and so is Velocicoaster.
Yeah.
So two things to definitely take advantage of.
The only issue I might have with recommending early park admission is sometimes Hagrid's will open delayed. I just want to warn you, just in case that happens to you.
Yeah, we don't want you to be disappointed or anything like that, so if you're prepared for it, you know, you have a game plan at least for, you know, what else you can do.
But quite honestly, it's an amazing ride. If you have to wait 120 minutes, it'll be worth it. Speaking of the magical wand spots, there's some people right there enjoy one of them. But now on to the tour, back to the tour. We have another spot for regular and frozen butterbeer. Straight ahead we have the beautiful Hogwarts Castle. To the right, this stage is for two shows, the Frog Choir and the Tri-Wizard Pep Rally. We'll make our way over here to the castle, which is actually a ride. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Currently just a 35-minute wait. So there we saw Hagrid's was 110 minutes, but the Forbidden Journey here in Hogwarts Castle just 35. And then we have another little coaster over here, Flight of the Hippogriff, kind of a family style coaster. It's currently a 60-minute wait because they don't have a lot of trains. I think they only have 2 roller coaster trains. That's why the wait time for this can be kind of long. And it's something the kiddos can do. So we've made it all the way through Hogsmeade pretty quickly, but I do have some advice or some words of warning about the attraction here in the castle. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. So if this is your first time watching the channel, I do a series called Rix Top 6. And I did a video, Rix Top 6 Rides That Make You Sick. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. It was in the top 2. It
Yeah.
made top 2 of the top 6.
It
So.
definitely made the list.
But there can be some motion sickness with this.
Yeah.
There's some swaying on the ride, and you have some on-screen visuals. So if you're prone to motion sickness, just be aware. Since we're by Hogwarts Castle, I might as well explain some of the procedure here. You will have to put your bag in a locker. So go to the left of the castle. The lockers will be located over here. You can use your ticket or your annual pass to open and close the locker, or the locker attendants will give you a locker ticket that you can scan. So there they are right there. They're good for like, you know those mini backpacks, like lounge flies and stuff? They'll fit in there. And like the regular free ones. Now they do have larger ones for larger backpacks and larger things you're carrying, but those you have to pay for. But it's only a $2 charge for the larger lockers, and we have an example of a backpack that will fit into the free lockers. Nikki, can you spin around there? Right there. And she has some smaller ones, but is that like the biggest one you think that fits into the free lockers?
Yes, because it's honestly, it's thin.
It's thin, yeah.
Yeah, it's thinner, so even though it's thin, it's long, it can fit in, so.
Sometimes like the mini backpacks, like the lounge flies, you kind of have to smush down, don't you?
Yes.
But you can get it in there.
We can get it in there, it's just, we gotta smush it.
Making our way back through Hogsmeade. I told you the Frog Choir performed here. There they are. Next up would be the Tri-Wizard Pep Rally. But since I mentioned lockers at the Forbidden Journey, I really do need to go back to Hagrid's and explain those lockers too. There are no metal detectors for Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure, but you will have to put your large bags and backpacks into a locker. That is one locker bank right there. Over this way, another locker bank. But if you are wearing like a 3-pronged fanny pack, you can keep that on. You don't have to put that away. You know what? Let's dip over here to the left of the public conveniences, the restrooms. Show you behind the 3 broomsticks. There's actually an ATM machine here. But this is the little back patio of the 3 broomsticks. Plenty of spots to enjoy your butterbeer or whatever. Also, walk around the corner here, you can kind of hear it, people screaming. You can get a view of the Velocicoaster again.
So for me, this is another quiet spot just to hang out away from the crowds. You see how crowded it is in like Hogsmeade.
Yeah.
Over here, it's pretty quiet, and you get a view of the castle as well as Velocicoaster. So it's kind of a neat little alcove to hang out in.
I think it is. And now, back into the crowds. As we exit the village, there's the butterbeer cart that will have just the regular and the frozen, also some water there too, just want some gilly water. But now onto the bridge. This will take us to the Jurassic Park area, but first I'd like to point out a very popular photo spot. You get the castle in the background, and speaking of the castle, they do a projection show on this castle. It varies throughout the time of the year. Currently, we are in like the Sorting Hat projection show, but during Christmas time, they'll have a special Christmas projection show. And during October, they have a special dark arts projection mapping on the castle. So, super fun time. Check those out. Pretty cool to see the projection mapping on that. Either one of the shows you see will be pretty cool. But now, as always, I have to say, welcome to Jurassic Park. As we head into the morning sun. Sorry about that. I'll give you the lay of this land as well. To the left, we have the watering hole, a place to get some adult beverages. A snack station here to the right. Popcorn, turkey legs, churros. And then now we kind of have a divide here. We can continue that way, or we can go left towards the Velocicoaster. I choose left. Has the wait time here as well, 50 minutes currently for the Velocicoaster. Also, I can show you something we bypassed earlier, which is the bypass bridge. Sometimes they have food and beverage here, not all the time. All right, getting close to the Velocicoaster, the newest roller coaster in Islands of Adventure. What you just witnessed was a zero gravity stall, a super fun feature of the Velocicoaster. But to get into the actual queue, we have to go this way, make another right-hand turn. And the queue is backed up out the door here. I don't think they're using the extended queue this time, otherwise it wouldn't be backed out this far. The extended queue would take you along the waterway there. You can catch this baby coming over the top hat. They also have a single rider line, and this utilizes a double locker system, double-sided locker system. So you can walk most of the queue with your bags and your phones, getting good video and pictures, and then you will go to a locker system and then go through a metal detector. This has a metal detector. And when you get off the ride, you actually reach the other side of the locker and get your stuff. That way, people aren't trying to put stuff in and get stuff out all in the same location. Test seats are right over there. I'm stalling to try to give you this shot here. Oh, and here it comes. Enough stalling. Oh yes, this is a super fun, super intense roller coaster. Let's show you the test seats. That's the patio of a restaurant there, but here's the test seats. I am 6'2", about 240 pounds. I don't have any problem. Nikki's a little smaller than me. She's going to try it out for you. Now give them that warning, don't get chicken winged. Don't get chicken winged. Make sure that you tuck your elbows. Yeah. If not, when it comes down. You don't want to get it trapped like that. Yeah, exactly. Because it'll stop, like, and you'll get stuck. You won't be able to lift it up. So tuck that elbow in. Tuck the elbows in, and it goes down. Does that have an indicator light? Yes, it does. Okay. If it turns green, if you're good to go. So if you have any doubt, it's best to try this out before you get in the queue. So many great features to this coaster. I love the launch. I love the Immelman wave or curve. That top hat is super fun. I like the front row. I like the front row on this roller coaster. The back row, also very thrilling. It will whip you around a little more. So in some ways, the back row a little more intense than the front row, but I just love the view of going over the top hat. I do know someone who has ridden this over 200 times. He works here. He's ridden it over 200 times. He says row 11 is the best seats. That it would be the second to last row, row 11. He swears by that. And what I didn't show you earlier, this is the bypass bridge. This is how you avoid going into Hogsmeade. Right by Fire Eater's Grill, I showed you that earlier. You would hang a left and this bridge here would take you to the Velocicoaster. See the back of the 3 broomsticks right now. Also a good spot just to watch the fun of the coaster. So yeah, right that way is the Lost Continent and Fire Eaters. For those of you, because Hogsmeade can be very crowded, those who are not interested in the Wizarding World and want to avoid the crowds, they come this way. So now let's go back up to where we had that fork in the road. We turned left to go to Velocicoaster. We'll just keep going straight and show you the rest of Jurassic Park. So let's cut to that right now. So this is where we left off. As we can see now, the coaster's delayed. But we'll go right this time and go through the rest of Jurassic Park, which is good. A lot of stuff to show you this way, including to our right, a great photo op. We have a Jurassic Park Jeep, and look up there, that's a Spinosaurus. Don't talk too loudly, he might hear us. All right, so we have, oh, let's show you this. This right here, Nikki. This is a vacation information station. Well, they'll try to sell you some timeshare, right, Nikki?
Yeah.
But it's also a UOAP guest services spot. Or actually, not just annual pass holders, but just a guest services spot. But you can renew like your annual pass here, and if you have any issues with your annual pass or other park services,
Like getting an express pass.
yeah, get express passes, other tickets, gift cards, right there at the, they call it the vacation information station, but like I said, it's more to it than that. Guest services as well. Dino store. You know what it has? Jurassic Park merchandise. And then we have the Discovery Center. Should we walk all the way down there, Nikki? You can also access this from the same area we were with the Velocicoaster. To the right's going to be Burger Digs, a place where you can, it's a quick service spot where you can get cheeseburgers, different types of burgers, or grilled sandwiches and salads and stuff like that. But this is the Discovery Center. There's some activities you can do downstairs. Replicated dinosaur skeletons. Yeah. Now I'm gonna turn off the camera. I'm not gonna try to film walking down the stairs in the name of safety, but we're gonna walk down these stairs right here and show you the rest of the Discovery Center. Okay, we've made it down the stairs safely. Now this is like a gift shop as well. All types of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World merchandise. But several different type of activities. They have the nursery over here, where you can like scan the eggs, the dinosaur eggs, and see what's in it. Oh, are you scanning one there, Nikki? Yeah, I see inside of it. And then they have some eggs over here incubating. Now occasionally one will hatch, and the Jurassic Park workers here will show us the new baby dinosaur that was just hatched.
Get it? Experience.
Looks like an egg is getting ready to hatch right now. How lucky for us.
Oh yeah. Oh friends, so the alarms that were just going off were an IHE, which stands for Imminent Hatching Event. That's a lot of big words for this egg is about to hatch. So folks, take a gander right here. At this egg in the middle with all the cracks on it. You're gonna see that this little one is ready to go. Now we don't have much time, let's get right to it. Good morning and welcome to the Jurassic Park Discovery Center. My name is Dr. Elbison Azari. And somewhere in the back, there she is, we're joined by Dr. Emmy Howard. How's it going, Dr. Howard?
Living like Larry.
Living like Larry, you love to hear it. If you guys don't know who Larry is, he's a lobster, lives in Bikini Bottom. No? You guys don't watch SpongeBob anymore? Tragic. Anywho, friends, you're gonna witness the birth of a living, breathing, baby dinosaur. Don't freak out. Oh, she's hatching. Friends, get your cameras ready. Hello. Oh, that is not a herbivore. Friends, we have a carnivore this morning, and she is B-E-A, beautiful.
It's more like games type stuff over here. Just little activities to entertain people. The You Bet You're Jurassic. You Bet Jurassic. Let's put it that way. That's how it's properly said. Play a little game there. As we keep walking around the Discovery Center, some more displays, dinosaur displays. Just a place for the kids to kind of let loose, but not too loose. Don't get too loose. I really like this raptor display here. Oh, and this is right there. That's where we were before, looking at the Velocicoaster. So, an upstairs and lower level access. This is also, I should mention, the large locker storage area for the Velocicoaster. These are the $2 lockers that you would need if you have large items or a big bag. Discovering dinosaurs play area. You can kind of scan the stone there and find dinosaurs. And the DNA sequencing area. So like I said, a lot of just little like fun little activities for the whole family to enjoy. And now I think we'll walk back up the stairs and we'll pick up at Burger Digs and then continue along Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. And again, for safety, I'm turning off the camera to make it up the stairs, okay? Okay, we've made it back up the stairs without incident. Back out into the park. Like I said, Burger Digs is in here. This next little area of Jurassic Park is Midway games. They've got 3 or 4 games you can play here. Try to win some prizes. In my weekly update videos, I show you all the new prizes I come across. The easiest one is, I think, in my opinion, the DNA sequencing game. That's the game where you throw the beanbag and pop the balloons. I always win a prize there for my dog Winnie. There's some more places to eat. We just saw Burger Digs, but Pizza Predatoria is right over here to our right. What do you think they serve here? Yeah, mainly pizza, but they also have some salads and stuff. And I should point out, I'm trying to do this everywhere, restrooms are back that way, just to the right of the Pizza Predatoria. The Caesar salad, the chicken Caesar salad I've had here is a pretty good chicken Caesar salad. It's not my favorite pizza in the park, but if you like pizza, you can get it here. Merchandising kiosk to your left, but also over here to the left, kind of a viewing spot for the Velocicoaster. A lot of people like to hang out here and watch it go by. And you just kind of look through the bars here and watch it go. That's what we're going to do right now. And here it comes. After it makes this curve, this little turn, it's going to go over the top hat. A launch and over the top hat. There it is. Super fun. Now let's not drop the camera getting it through the bars again. Whoop. We did it. The Raptor Encounter. This is like a photo meet and greet encounter or attraction. There's four different dinosaurs or raptors that will come out. 2 fully grown, 1 is blue, and then like two baby ones. But this is for pictures and like a little interaction with a real live raptor. It's great for it's great for photos or like little IG clips, little short videos, super fun. And oh my goodness, they were supposed to have the River Adventure open today. It is February when I'm recording this, so technically it's winter. Winter here in Florida. And what Universal does is during the winter months, they will close down the water rides for annual maintenance. This was supposed to reopen today and Popeyes was supposed to close, but it looks like the River Adventure is still being closed for some extra maintenance. It's a raft ride. You get to see several different dinosaurs on your way. It ends with a big T-Rex coming at you, and then you have this big huge drop and splash in the raft. An excellent summertime ride for sure, but really in Florida you can ride it most every day out of the year, and you don't get too wet on it. All depends on where you're sitting in that raft. The front row will get you a little more wet than say if you're in the middle row in middle seats. To the left here, Camp Jurassic. There's a kid ride, the Pteranodon Flyers, and it's a kid playground area. 2 adults cannot ride this ride at the same time. It's kind of made for a parent and a child, or a guardian and a child. So it has some unique height requirements. But this whole area here, way back there, you can just kind of explore around and let the kids run around, and I mean, you can join them, have some fun, run off some of that energy. Let's see if we can catch one of the the flyers going by. Now this is a really short ride. I would say 30 seconds at most. Maybe even just 20 seconds. Nikki is shaking her head. 30 seconds is too long. It's like a 20. Oh, here comes one. So it looks like a mama and like a 7-year-old was on that one. I'm gonna let Nikki take over and walk you through Camp Jurassic.
Okay, so yes, this is a great area for kiddos to run around. There's suspension bridges and water features and little caves to explore and things like that all through here. And right here is a slide for the kids to go to. Let's head on up the stairs and see what we find through Camp Jurassic. It really is quite beautiful back here with all the trees and, you know, the fully grown mature trees. So there's the entrance to the slide right there. And then we have a suspension bridge to walk through. And again, so beautiful. You have like fire, sound effects, waterfalls, and the Pteranodon flyer coming through. All great stuff back here for the kids to walk around.
It's a maze. You can spend a lot of time in here.
And get lost. You definitely could get lost.
Don't lose your kids.
Exactly. Don't lose the kiddos through here. So yeah, like I said, there's some caves. Be careful. It can be a little wet back here. So, oh, we're gonna go this way. Some cool lighting effects back here. It's nice and cool too. Good way to escape the heat of the high point of summer. So we did a complete lap around this section. So we'll take the suspension bridge back over this way.
So that sort of looped around.
Yep.
Here.
Yep, that one looped around. So then we're gonna head over this way. Yeah, rope climbs up
Rope
here,
bridges.
and more over this way.
Physical activity there.
Yes, a lot of
fun though.
A lot of good physical activity for sure.
So that's kind of a brief overview of Camp Jurassic. We could spend an hour just roaming around here, but we're not going to do that to you. But I did notice there were some kids playing hide and go seek. I wanted to join in.
I know, so much fun back
Okay,
here.
let's exit Camp Jurassic. I really enjoyed having Nikki take over. I wish I would have thought of that earlier. Maybe we'll have her take over some more. But here we are back into the main strip. More restrooms right there. So you have the Jurassic Outfitters. That's one of the retail stores. And right next to that, you have the restrooms. And there's a rock climbing wall here as well. There's a cost to that. Just you can pay to climb some rocks. Have you done that, Nikki? Did you climb that rock?
Not this side, I've done the other side.
Okay. Nikki has climbed, it was the wall in New York, right?
Yes, I did.
And we have another, now these are throughout the park, but here's another Coke Freestyle station. So I'm gonna pause here and get myself some more water if you don't mind. And we'll continue on. After I get my water, I'm gonna show you one of the best photo spots in Islands of Adventure. There's a reason why this is our fans' #1 tip.
Making a quick pit stop outside of the River Adventure entry to that attraction is one of my favorite places to get a snack, and it's Natural Selections. They have papas rellenas and beef empanadas and some guava and mini churro bites.
Okay, getting back to the tour. But before I do, really, I want to mention there's more of those Coke Freestyle stations than I'm showing. There's multiple in every land. I'm just not showing you every one, but there's plenty of them around. But now we can get back to the tour, which is showing you one of the most popular photo spots here in all of Universal Orlando Resort. A picture with the T-Rex. Love it. Gotta do it. Gotta do that one. And then my favorite place to eat, a quick service restaurant, Thunder Falls. They have salads, rotisserie chicken, roasted pork pernil. I love that. I love it. Turkey legs, rice bowls, beer and wine. You can get this pernil and the chicken several different ways. You can get it with the rice bowls. So good. I highly recommend this quick service restaurant. At first they had intended this to be a full service. That's why the menu is a little upscale. But it's terrific. Yeah, you gotta hit this one up. Another thing about Thunder Falls, remember how I mentioned I did Rix Top 6s? Well, I did a video, Rix Top 6 desserts. The pie here.
Yes. Yeah, is it key lime?
Key lime, actually cheesecake.
It's a key lime cheesecake.
Key lime pie cheesecake.
With like an Oreo cookie crust. Oh, to die for.
It made the list of top
delicious.
6 desserts. Another thing to mention about this area, and unfortunately the ride is still closed. It was supposed to reopen today, but if you go back here behind Thunder Falls, normally this would be open. It's the splash zone. It's where you can sit and watch the Jurassic Park River Adventure watercrafts come down and make a big splash. There's a place for the kids, or you, if you want to get splashed, to enjoy that. But that is a fun spot just to kind of relax and enjoy the view, enjoy the show of the splash. I think we're done with Jurassic Park. We're gonna come up to Skull Island, which is so this is kind of like the smallest island of Islands of Adventure. The other ones are pretty elaborate. This is really just the one attraction, Skull Island Reign of Kong. It's a pretty fun ride, and it has, I think, one of the world's best animatronics. At the very end of this attraction, there's a huge Kong. Now this is a 3D attraction and a screen ride, so you'll want to take off those 3D glasses when you get to the end so you can see that 3D Kong with your own eyes. It is amazing to look at. Don't miss it. And the wait time is this one is usually pretty long, but only a 20-minute wait today. That's really good for that ride. But you're basically on a jungle bus, and you're going to encounter some dinosaurs and such, and your bus is going to get knocked around, and Kong's going to kind of save you. Pretty good ride. Oh, we have a little food canteen here. It's famous for the Kong dog, a very large hot dog. And does it still have? Yes, it has banana ices. Now, why would this have banana ices, Nikki?
I don't know. Kong, bananas, monkeys like bananas.
Or apes, or gorillas.
Or gorillas.
Yeah.
They all like bananas, right?
Yeah.
And so does Ray.
I do like bananas. And Minions. No Minions over here, but Minions like bananas too. But yeah, for obvious reasons, you can get a banana icy there. So clever. That's clever. And now we're gonna walk into Toon Lagoon. This is the main water ride area of Islands of Adventure. Like I said, you do have the Jurassic Park River Adventure as a water ride, but it will not get you soaking wet from head to toe. The water rides in here, starting with Ripsaw Falls, you will get completely wet. I mean, you will not have a dry spot on you. Be prepared for that. It's very nice on a hot summer day for sure. It's got a huge drop. Now for this ride, I don't care so much about the rest of it. It's this drop. Here comes one now. It's this drop is so fun and will get you so wet. They were cheating. They were wearing ponchos, which that's okay. I'll allow that. I'll allow it. Oh, water cannons over here. Just in case you don't think they got wet enough, you can purchase some shots of water at them. They do take credit cards and Apple Pay and stuff like that, but you can pay for that and make sure they really get wet. That's always a fun activity. A lot of little merchandising kiosks, little snack areas. There was one I passed it by, but that's another little icy stand. They don't have banana, but they have regular ices there and sodas and stuff. Oh, we have some flip-flops here. We know a guy who had to buy flip-flops here because He lost his on the Velocicoaster. He had to buy himself some flip-flops. Caricatures again. I believe this is the second spot that does caricatures. We saw one in the port of entry. Slurp and snack, another little snack spot. Corn dogs, churros, pretzels, soda, water. You don't need to buy water though, right? You're gonna get your collapsible cups. Universal has a lot of lockers. Like you can't take certain backpacks on most of the rides. So there'll be locker banks at almost every, not all, but attractions here. Riverside Falls, gonna walk over to the entrance, and to your left will be the locker bank. And I think these are all, you have to pay for these. I don't think they offer any free ones here. I think these are all pay for lockers. Yeah, you do have to pay for, because it's, they're not requiring you. It's kind of like, oh, I don't want to get my stuff wet. I better put it in a locker.
Right.
So the standard locker is $4 for 90 minutes, $3 for every 30 minutes after a maximum of $20 per day. That's for the standard lockers. And the big ones over here are a little more. They're $5 for 90 minutes. But if you don't want to get your stuff wet, you need to use it. And here's a cool little spot back here, kind of good for pictures.
In fact, Toon Lagoon is a great spot for photo pictures just in general.
That's for sure. A lot of great selfie and photo spots in Toon Lagoon. So it's like you're in the comics. And we'll go back this way and show you, if you don't wear a poncho and you get a little wet, you want to use one of the human dryers. Before the dryers, there's the on-ride photos. If you get the My Universal Photo Pass, or you can just buy it individually. But there's two sets of people dryers. Gasoline Alley has restrooms there. What's the Matter You? That's the name of this shop. It has like Secret Life of Pets, stuff like that. And we're going to show you the other major water ride. It's going to be over here in the Sweet Haven. Don't take your popcorn on this ride unless you want soggy popcorn. It's going to be Popeyes and Bluto's Barges. We'll get you some good images of this because you want to know how wet you're going to get. Again, pay water cannons if you don't think people are going to get wet enough. Now the best place to, you know what, before we talk about that, I have to point out Wimpy's. Wimpy's, this is like the best quick service hamburger I can find at any theme park in Orlando. Highly recommended. They also have the Dole Whip there. It's not just a Disney treat, people. There's where you can buy your ponchos, some t-shirts, some towels. They even have like swim trunks. If you plan ahead and put on some swim trunks before you go on this ride. People dryers again for those riding Popeyes and Bluto's Barges. So I'm going to come back here. A couple of things I want to show you. First, Me Ship the Olive. It's a kids play area. It's closed for the time being, but it will reopen. And
Water cannon.
yeah, up there, the water cannons are free when this is open. And that's a good little trick right there. Don't pay for those up front. When this is open, use the free water cannons. But this is the best spot to watch this ride because you get the waterfall here. This is the first big real soak of the ride. You'll kind of get wet on the rapids here. These rapids will kind of get you a little bit wet with some splashes, but this waterfall, and I hope you get the lucky seats that get the wettest, right where that waterfall hits. Oh, there's the guy, he's gonna get it, yep. Oh, he was in one of the lucky seats. He got really wet with that waterfall. But this area back here behind Popeyes and Bluto's Barges, another area to get away from the crowd. You're down here by the water again. See the hole going right there. Watch people get wet. Oh, it went right on them. But this area back here, I'll show you here in a second when we get there. It's just open space. This is the area, like when I get a Wimpy's Burger, I will walk it back here and eat it. This is another one of Rick's tricks to kind of get away from the crowds. Comes in really handy in the summer when it's really busy. But I can show you, oh, here we go. I'll zoom in, I'll show you the free water cannons. Once this ride reopens, there they are right there. Have the kids play on Me Ship the Olive and shoot water at the barges. I do not expect you to memorize all this. You may have to watch this video 3 or 4 times. But it's really important that you get the lay of the land and learn all these little tricks.
Yeah, you won't need a map by the time you're done.
No paper map for you. It's all in your head now.
That's right, you know it all.
Or it will be after 3 viewings. You have some cool little theming back here. For example, that's Plymouth Rock. And I'll show you some of this space I'm talking about. See, look. Hang out here. You can sit on these little ledges here, have a drink, have a sit down, have a rest, have a drink, food, a Dole Whip, a Wimpy Burger, all that good stuff. Oh, there's the back of Mythos. That's the other little area I told you about that is a good quiet area for you to visit. And trees, so you'll be in the shade on a hot summer day. They've got the music going. I'll show you another one of these cool little theming features, 1 or 2 more. But we have a school of fish over here, right there. There's the schoolhouse for the fish. So look around, enjoy some things like that. I'll show you the mailboxes for Popeye and the gang in a second. Also, oh yeah, this spot also tremendous for watching, viewing, or getting video of the Velocicoaster. You get excellent shots of the top hat there. Let's see if one's going to come while I'm talking. Do I hear it? I don't hear it. I hear the Hulk over there. So I'll show you the mailbox. There's the cool little mailbox. Sweet Pea, Popeye, Olive Oil, Brutus. And there's the Velocicoaster. They are now using the outside external queue, extra queue there. They weren't before. Here it comes. Yes. Beautiful. So that's one main shot you can get. And let me get over here to the Mosasaurus roll. Here's the other really cool shot you can get from back here. You'll get it coming head on. Yes. So you can just enjoy it as it happens, or get some cool video there. And bonus, you'll have themed Popeye music to your Velocicoaster footage. That's a little weird, but here you go. Yeah. All this space here. I'll show you where I eat my Wimpy's Burger. This is my spot. I get my Wimpy's Burger, I get my Dole Whip, and then I come over here, right behind Me Ship the Olive. This is my usual spot to have my Wimpy's Burger and Dole Whip with an apple juice, because if you want like a flavored drink, if you get the Minute Maid apple juice or orange juice, those are like the cheapest drinks you can get in the park. Oh, Nikki's over there watching the Velocicoaster, getting some shorts footage. There it goes. So she'll catch up with us. I think she got what she wanted. I see her on her way now. And we'll exit this little area. I mean, some of these like you can kind of sit there, use that as a place to put your tray for your food. One of Rick's tricks. Enjoy this area behind Me Ship the Olive. See, there's like, how many people down here now, Nikki? 2 people plus us?
Exactly.
All right. Let's let's exit this little area and get back onto the main strip. And this is a great spot to pick up on the tour. Directly ahead of us is Blondie's. I love Blondie's. This is a place to get like deli sandwiches. Everyone that I've had has just been delicious and outstanding. I can't pick a favorite. So if you're in the mood for like a deli type sandwich, ham sandwiches, turkey sandwiches, roast beef, things like that, don't skip out on Blondie's. I do recommend it. In addition to the water rides, they have a lot of water effects. I'll show you some of these. We've got a rain cloud raining over here. Right there. We've got, I guess this is a waterfall. Over there, like some piping for the dogs, some fire hydrants gone awry. Those are some water features you can play in and around. A lot of kids like to walk under those, get a little splash of water. And I love this, the Flash Gordon rocket here, this mister. It's a misting machine. Also inside of this shop here, this is where pass holders currently can get like their pass holder magnets and stuff, but that's changing this year, as over here we have the Betty Boop store, which is going to change into the Universal Orlando Pass Holder Lounge. So keep that in mind when you're visiting later on in 23 or 24. Ice cream shop, Kathy's Ice Cream Shop. I do like the Comic Strip Cafe for food. A few different items in here I would recommend. What do we have the other day here, Nikki? The beef rice bowl?
Yeah, and yeah, there's noodle bowls and rice bowls. Oh my gosh, great food in here.
Yeah, I like it in there. But as we talked about earlier, a lot of good shops are spots for photos, using the different like signage and, you know, the comic strip signage and stuff, and it's just very whimsical and comic book like in here. A great spot to look around and take photos, enjoy your day.
And play in the water a little bit.
Yeah, you splash around some of these little splash zones. Oh, I have to point this out. Over here behind, or to the side of the Comic Strip Cafe, another restroom right around the corner here. These restrooms tend to be a little less crowded. Also very clean. All the restrooms are pretty clean, but this one here seems to be a little less crowded. So if you want a little more privacy, I find these to have less occupants most of the time. Some things you need to know, you know? Can't shy away from those subjects. And now we're going to head into this little area here between Toon Lagoon and Marvel. This is a Midway's game area. I do an update video every week where I kind of highlight within that video some of the prize changes, just to keep you up to date on that. A lot of people like to know what the Midway game prizes are. But have some fun. The games are not free. Some people think the games are free. You have to pay for the games. But the prizes, you can just buy the prizes. If you really, really wanted one of the items that were a prize and you want to just buy it, you could do that for sure. But don't get confused. The games are pay for play. As we head into Marvel Superhero Island. Those people who are not really big into Harry Potter, they will often start their day here. As I pointed out earlier in the video, when you get to the end of port of entry, you got to go left or right. The people who want Harry Potter go right. The people who don't, go left, and this is where they start. A lot of great like comic strip characters on the buildings and such. Exciting, you know, superhero type music playing. Here is another one of the vacation information centers, which also act as guest services. See this huge Captain America comic artwork? Well, it's right next to his diner. Hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken sandwiches, things like that. But yeah, a lot of these, wait till you see Wolverine. If you haven't seen Wolverine, that's one of my favorite pieces of art here. And then there's some cleverness to this artwork as well, as we see Doc Ock with his tentacles wrapped up like pretzels. Why? Because it's by the pretzel stand. Cleverness, cleverness. They have a meet and greet area for characters. Superheroes and villains will show up and do photos for you. Captain America in there right now, but I've seen Doctor Doom and the Green Goblin. Now this is one of the best rides you will experience here at Islands of Adventure. I love the Spider-Man ride. The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. It's a 3D ride. So much fun. My daughter's favorite ride here is that Spider-Man ride. Some face painting. I do highly recommend you go on Spider-Man. It is super cool. And then over this way we have the Spider-Man. Spider-Man has his own meet and greet. I have to make that point. But right over here, where you see the store, it's called the store. Spider-Man's meet and greet. And then back this way, I'm going to show you another one of my little kind of quiet areas. We get away from the crowds a little bit. This island can get a little crowded. Ooh, the wind's really whipping off the water here. But back here, you see a few more people here than some of my other quiet spots, but still a lot of room to kind of just chill out and get a break from the crowd and rest your feet and even enjoy the Hulk. Sit back here and watch the Hulk. Look across the water. You can see, still see the Velocicoaster from here. And I think the Hulk is going now. Here it comes. There's the Cobra Roll. This ride, the Hulk, will take you upside down 7 times. The most of any ride here at Islands of Adventure. So if you like going upside down and like inversions, you can't beat the Hulk. Now back onto the main strip. This is the Meteor Blast that created the island. That's kind of the theming here. Let's see, I showed you the Spider-Man ride and I showed you the face painting over there right next to Spider-Man. His store, when you exit the Spider-Man ride, is right here. All types of Spider-Man related merchandise. So if you're a fan of Spidey, you might want to check that out. Let's get back here. I'm going to show you my favorite comic book art here at Islands. Here's the big reveal. Wait for it. Wait for it. Ah, I love that big Wolverine. Amazing. Not just because he wears yellow either. I mean, that's part of it. But I like this one and the Captain America, I think, are my favorites. But I gotta give the edge or the nod to Wolverine. Oh, here comes Spider-Man now. Let's see if we'll get a high five from Spidey. Right on, Spidey. He's going to his meet and greet right now. Everyone loves Spidey. The crowd's going wild for Spider-Man. Oh boy. Now back this little alleyway. This is kind of the villains area. We can see the Green Goblin right there and Doctor Doom. It's a little loud right now. Sorry. Gotta speak up. But there's Doctor Doom and Green Goblin. They're done for a bit. We can't have heroes mixing with villains, so they got to go hide away. I like this right here. It's very thrilling. Well, at least the first 5 seconds. If you want a big thrill to begin with, watch this baby launch up. Woo! So that first launch and that first drop, and then kind of that little launch up there, very, very cool. And then the rest of the time, you really just spent relaxing, enjoying the view. Dr. Doom's Fearfall. Something to note about this area is not all the superheroes survived this ride. Check this out. We'll have these little splat marks where superheroes didn't survive. This one didn't make it. Didn't make it off the ride. But I do have another video to recommend. 15 facts and secrets about Marvel. If you want to know more about this whole island, check out that video. So we'll get back here on the main street in a second. There's another ride this way, not just the Hulk. There's another ride this way to show you. This is more of a family-friendly ride. The Hulk has metal detectors, and it's a high thrill ride. So maybe not for the whole family, but there's another ride over here the whole family can enjoy. This is kind of a good photo op right here. The Fantastic Four Cafe, which is right next to the arcade. Let's pop in there just for a second. I'll show you real fast. Arcade games in here. You can pay to try to win prizes and crane games or play different video games. Give you a quick spin. Oh, I gotta show you Dr. Doom's chair. So there's a special free backstage tour here at Dr. Doom, and there's multiple across both theme parks. I'll leave a link to that video that discusses the free backstage tours. But something very cool about what's called the Villains Tour, which is the one you get here at Dr. Doom, at the exit to the ride, you have Dr. Doom's throne, his chair here, which is locked right now. You just can't go sit in this chair. See, it's locked. But if you take the Villains Tour, which is not guaranteed, they only do the Villains Tour when they have like appropriate staffing, but part of it, you get to sit in his throne. Now back into the street where I believe I was showing you the Fantastic Four photo op, the little Fantastic Four mobile. And I was going to walk you over here to show you one of the family-friendly rides, which the Hulk, you know, thrill ride, as is Dr. Doom. Here's, oh, it's launching. Woo! The Hulk is one of the best roller coasters in Central Florida, I would have to say. Oh, by the way, the Fantastic Four Cafe has like, it's like Italian food. So they have pizza and spaghetti and meatballs and chicken parm, stuff like that there. But way over here in the corner, hello, hi guys. We have Storm Force Accelatron. If you are familiar with theme parks, Magic Kingdom in particular, we are going to have, this is going to be very similar to the teacups, the Mad Tea Party there. Spinning ride. Other than a different ride vehicle, you're not in a teacup. Pretty much the same. I'll let you give you a little look at it, but right here in the corner of Marvel Superhero Island, Storm Force. See, aren't you getting teacup vibes? Just a little more intense. And there goes the Hulk roller coaster. It does have a metal detector very early on in the queue, so you will have to use these lockers here. You know, like you can't take your car keys or anything like that on there. The lockers are, as we've discussed before, standard lockers are free. The larger lockers for larger bags and such are $2 while you ride. But like I said, you can't take your cell phone, your iPhone, your wallet, your keys, anything like that onto the ride. Got to get through that metal detector first.
Nah, it'll be fun.
And as a side note, Roar, I would rank this as my third favorite ride here at Islands of Adventure. It used to be #1, and then they built Hagrid's, and then they built the Velocicoaster. Which one is my favorite between those two? Hard to say. That changes depending on my mood. And that completes our lap around Universal's Islands of Adventure. We're back at the port of entry. which at the very beginning of this video, I mentioned some breakfast places. I should have mentioned the Cinnabon. It's a good place for breakfast or just like a sweet treat. I think if you watch this video at least 3 times, maybe 4, you'll have a good lay of the land, you'll know what to do, where to go, and you'll have a good time. But in between viewings, go ahead and watch my other playlist, Rix Top 6. A lot of good information in those as well.
Money saving tips, all kinds of stuff in there.
Everyone loves a good Rix Top 6.
That's right.
And as always,
Don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun.
click that subscribe button.
His name is Rick, her name is Nikki, showing how theme parks are done. Don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun. Hit subscribe.